Thanks for joining us for this week's Inside Indiana Business. I'm Mary Rachel Redmond in for Gary Dick. Well, more than 9,500 miles from Hoosier soil, halfway around the world, Indiana government and business leaders are on a mission here in Australia and in Singapore, looking to build on the state's already robust footprint in both countries. Governor Eric Holcomb leading his 24th International Economic Development Mission, touting Indiana as the ideal place to do business. The governor and leaders from the Indiana Economic Development Corporation are in Australia and Singapore this week, focusing on boosting investment in Indiana renewable energy, semiconductors, and the EV industry. The delegation looking to capitalize on what already adds up to big numbers contributing to the state's economy. Hoosier imports and exports to Australia and Singapore adding up to over $2 billion. Vila Solar, a good example. The Singapore-based company operates a $35 million headquarters and manufacturing facility in Indianapolis. And then there's Australian-based Pratt Industries, a worldwide leader in the recycled paper and packaging industry with a big presence in Valparaiso in Northwest Indiana. Add to that Indiana-based business giants like Eli Lilly and Warsaw-based orthopedics manufacturer Zimmer Biomet, both with substantial operations in Singapore and Australia. We spoke with Governor Eric Holcomb from Melbourne this week on the potential payoff and impact this trade mission could have for Indiana.
Time is ticking, and we need to get to work. And when the invitations came in, we jumped at it, just because the stars really are aligning for the state of Indiana in the world. And they have taken note with a new hydrogen hub, with a new biotech hub, with a new ME Commons or the microelectronics hub, all the work that's going on around Crane with the hard tech corridor. When you talk about all the renewable energy sources under construction in the state of Indiana, and we like all the above and American made. And so for companies in Australia, what's interesting is it's a big country, landmass, a continent. But if they want to scale up their businesses, they're doing it in large part all over the world. And so for a place like America, a market that big, where they can partner their talent with talent at Purdue and Indiana University and Notre Dame and Rose-Hulman and Ivy Tech, they really have a great shot at growing. This really is a perfect match, and we can't afford as a state to downshift. And so you have to get out there, whether it's around the state or around the country or around the world, if you want to form these partnerships and really carpe diem, not squander this moment. Where, as I said, these stars are aligning. And so we're working with semiconductor companies. We're working with folks who are involved in the hydrogen space. We're working with folks who are involved in solar, et cetera, in Australia. And good things will, I think, come from it.
You're half a world away, right? And Indiana, here in the Midwest, culturally a little bit different, right? So what is your sales pitch to these folks? How do you sell Indiana?
Indiana is the oasis. It is a land of opportunity. And when you talk about what you need to grow your business, we offer a low-cost environment, access to high talent, and great sites. I look at Indiana, our role in not just development, but the research, the R. Now we're known for the R and the D. And that pulls talent toward one another, almost like a magnet. If the invitation comes in and it's real, and you want to get to work and you want to build something durable and special that's going to create high wage, fill high demand jobs, careers, then I'll go anywhere in the world.
Great to hear from the governor. Well, check this out. One of Singapore's big attractions for both tourists and locals is the Gardens by the Bay Nature Park, a development Indianapolis city leaders are looking at to reimagine what could be possible for the White River. It features 18 towers of vertical garden structures known as super trees. Indy tourism officials visited Singapore late last year to see whether it's feasible to develop something similar along the White River.